Assalamualaikum dan selamat malam semua. Thank you to all joining FPL Jedi Show episod yang ke-8. Okay, kita dah ke udara pada we are recording this at 11 PM pada 29 hari bulan Rabu malam, and kita akan kupaskan apa yang telah terjadi pada game week 6. Okay, dan kemudian kita akan tengok beberapa talking points yang kita nak cerita hari ini, termasuk option untuk wildcard dan juga siapakah pemain-pemain yang kita akan bawa masuk sebagai persediaan game week yang ketujuh ya. So nama saya Hafiz dan bersama saya my co-host Azmin. Apa khabar? Harap semuanya sihat belaka.
Okay, alhamdulillah everything is going okay so far. Nothing really unusual. Cuma team tak beberapa perform, but we'll look at that later.
Okay, I think insyaAllah everything is okay. Okay, kita akan go through apakah agenda kita pada episod 8 kali ini ya. Alright. Okay, agenda kita seperti biasa, kita akan run through game week 6 team review, bagaimanakah kita perform pada minggu lepas. Kemudian kita juga nak sentuh sedikit pasal asset Chelsea dan Man City defense kerana fixture swing bagi kedua-dua tim. Nombor 3, what to do with Ronaldo. Okay, setelah kita tengok first time Ronaldo blank, tidak score ataupun assist pada minggu lepas, apakah kita perlu panik going Ronaldo moving forward. Kita juga akan cakap sedikit pasal wildcard guide untuk minggu ke-7 ataupun minggu ke-8, so game week 7 atau 8, kerana kita tengok banyak injury yang telah timbul. So adakah kita patut consider, dan jika semua ada yang bercadang untuk wildcard, adakah patut consider week 7 atau week 8? Okay, we're going to go through that. Kita akan tengok game week 7 fixture, and the normal captain pick untuk game week 7 dan our transfer plan. Okay, so would like to share our credits to fantasypremierleague.com, fantasyfootballscout.co.uk, fantasyfootballhub.co.uk, and also livefpl.net, sebab all those information kita akan masuk dalam content. We are sharing their information inside our show. Okay, let's go. We kick on with game week 6 team review. Your team first, Azmin. Sleepy Jedi's final point 48 point. Sedikit red arrow daripada 488,000 kepada 578,000. Mungkin boleh komen sikit, Min?
Okay, so basically what happened is I sold 2 players who ended up scoring for 2 players who ended up assisting. So in the end, both the players I brought in, which is Gallagher and Saint Maximin, both returned. But because I took a hit to get 2 players in, so as a result, my total return was not as good as if I had just kept Rafinha and Jimenez, who finally scored. So tu je lah. I mean, other than that, it's okay. I mean, I'm not too worried about the rank and the rank drop. I think there's still enough opportunity to come back, so no issue.
Okay, good. Walaupun sayang Rafinha dengan Jimenez yang score, but you already made the decision. Okay, you are comfortable with it. You always want to bring in Gallagher. Okay, so Gallagher has come in. At least dia ada assist. I think dia yang assist the penalty lah yang Zaha ambil. I guess dia dapat yellow card kot, is it? Sebab 4 points lah.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So it's still okay. I think now maybe do you think that you are thinking about wildcard or still still okay this team?
I think I'm still okay. Yeah, cuma itulah because now latest news TAA is injured, so we have to see nanti. We'll take a look at that later.
The other point yang aku nak cakap adalah you had the the right pick lah, captain pick, which is Antonio, 8 points, better than Salah and also Ronaldo this week.
Yeah.
Last week lah, sorry. Okay? So I think that is good.
Well,
good
not
point
so much difference from Salah. Salah was still okay. Cuma but Ronaldo memang out lah. Yeah. So I think if I had captain Ronaldo, it may have been much worse.
Yes, in terms kalau Captain Salah dia dapat 7 poin sajalah, so beza 1 poin. Tapi kalau Ronaldo ada 2 poin sajalah. Which come to my team. Akulah yang Captain Ronaldo. So overall point dapat 52, okay. Tapi slight increase juga daripada 373,000 kepada 306,000. Nothing to brag off, okay. So yang disappointing ialah Shaw lah, okay. I think you pun ada. Shaw keluar pada minit ke-30 lebih, dia dapat yellow card, so big 0 points dapat pada game week 6. I'm not happy with him, okay. Tapi to be fair, Manchester did concede goals lah, so okay, in the end maybe not so much disappointment. Ni got me clean sheet tapi nak juga kena yellow card, so dapat 5 point, okay. I bring in Sa for Torres and as usual, okay, as expected, Sa did perform, okay. I kept Rafinha, dia dapat points, 8 point. Berama 3 points saja. Salah, I did captain Ronaldo, dapat patutnya Ronaldo sepatutnya lah ya, nanti kita akan share lah. Ronaldo patutnya ambil penalty, instead of that Bruno yang ambil, lepas tu Manchester tak score, so everyone rugi. Surprisingly, Tony did perform lawan Liverpool and I got an assist. Definitely happy. I thought I would not get anything from that game. And then 8 points from Antonio lah. So overall aku dapat 52 points. Above than average point of 43 tak silap. So I should not complain lah. Okay?
Yeah. So for me, can I just make an observation? I think the best part about your team is that you've kept Tony. And now, you know, after last week and then this week, you know, he's returned despite tough matches. I think it's worth you keeping him for longer term because he's so cheap and enables you to fire up other people in your other places in your squad.
Okay, good. Thank you for the input. We'll see how. Okay, I think because of these two performance back to back return points, so unlikely I'm going to take him out lah. Alright. Next, kita just quick run through game week 6 best 11. Okay. Total points dalam 125. Siapa owner Sa, Wolf punya goalkeeper, dia happy gila lah ya. Sebab dapat 14 point. Tak silap aku, dia assist in that game. Assist Jimenez punya goal. He got clean sheet. So dapat total 14 points. Okay. House, Scott lawan Manchester. Clean sheet sama. Cancelo, assist and clean sheet lawan Chelsea. Keane, Scott lawan Norwich. Sekejap. Is it assist? Assist kot. Okay. 8 point dapat. And the total in midfield, we can see Saka did Scott and assist. Smith Rowe scored and assist. The Correct Scott lawan Norwich. Janelle, Brentford midfield lawan Liverpool. Townsend scored a penalty lawan Norwich. Vardy scored 3 gol. 1 gol on goal. Still dapat 11 points. And Mope did continue to return lawan Crystal Palace at the death. Okay. Scott, I guess he got all the 3 bonus points lah. Anything to comment here, Azmin?
I think the one takeaway from the best 11 is the availability of those 2 Arsenal midfielders. So you've got the 2 returns from 2 Arsenal midfielders who are not even very expensive. I think Saka is like 6.3 and Emil Rose like 5. Smith Rowe is like 5.6, 5.7. So definitely worth looking at, especially for those who want to wildcard soon.
Yep, I agree. Arsenal asset sudah menampakkan kehebatan dan semua orang akan start considering lah ya, sebab dah Arsenal on 3 winning streak lah so called lah. Kalau last week kita suggest Odegaard sebab dia ambil free kick and scored winner lawan Burnley, but now lawan Spurs, Saka and Smith Rowe did produce 1 goal and 1 assist. I think they are looking more likely managers to come in instead of Odegaard lah. That what I feel. Alright, let's go some match analysis. Okay, some key takeaways daripada 10 game sebenarnya 3 home wins sahaja dan 5 away wins. The rest is draw. We got 7 clean sheets and 25 goals scored. Okay, so the first big match lah, Chelsea lawan Man City. Okay, we already know it's a heavyweight match. Kita expect tight game. In the end, Man City yang menang, yang take the chances. Jesus scored, Cancelo assist, keep clean sheet. We got bonus point, Cancelo 3, Jesus 2, Walker 1 bonus point. Chelsea merana, owner Alonso, owner Rudiger, owner Lukaku. Sedih lah. Okay, but any good points, take away points from here, Chelsea or Man City? What do you think?
Well, the good thing is for those who didn't jump in early on Chelsea assets, so they are breathing a sigh of relief. Memang tak nasib baik tak ni. Tapi at the end, even for Manchester City assets, unless you took a defender, it was unlikely that you would have gotten much. For example, for those yang ambil Grealish, memang tak ada apa kan, or Torres dapat apa-apa tak ada.
Torres langsung tak main.
Langsung tak main, even worse. So and that kind of shows in terms where the midfield is concerned. It looks as though currently Grealish is the secure
pick. Go-to lah.
Yeah, tapi itulah KDB is back, so I don't know. It's still tough, but I'm sure that anyone who is probably who wants to walk out or is considering a Manchester City asset, because although this weekend they play against Liverpool, after that they have a good run of fixtures.
Yep.
So you just have to risk the Pep roulette to hope that your player starts most of the game. So obviously, I would think Grealish has started pretty much almost all the Premier League games.
I think so. Yep, I think so.
I would expect that to continue. He does play on the left midfield, although Sterling does play in that side, but he hasn't really shown himself to lock down that spot. Foden doesn't really play that place either, so it's pretty much his place to lose at the moment.
Okay. Kalau aku tengok line up Chelsea lawan Man City lah especially if that is the first 11 so called, I feel like kalau Foden can keep his place playing in attacking, Torres macam tiba-tiba dah out of place pula. Tak tahulah whether he still favour or not, tapi kalau Foden dah fresh, he might start in the attacking phase, flanked by Grealish and also Jesus in that match. So maybe he can be an option below 8 million lah. But later we will talk.
It's a bit of a. Sorry.
Yes, Min, continue.
So it was just a case of because Manchester City just played in the Champions League and they actually lost 2-0. So it is confusing as to how Pep is going to use his squad. Considering they lost, whether he'll make any changes or whether it doesn't have any impact on his Premier League squad. Yeah. So if you take a look at the Champions League squad, Jack Grealish still played as well, but also Sterling and Mahrez instead of Torres or Jesus or Foden, who started the match. Yeah. So that front three seems to be quite risky, except for Grealish again. So yeah. So but if you really don't want to risk it, I think you're better off going with Diaz, for example, in defense.
Yeah, so I think kita akan dissect Chelsea and Man City punya defense because those are the likely players yang akan keep their place inside this team and less rotation risk. Kita akan tengok apa option yang ada. The next match kita nak go through a bit, Manchester United lawan Aston Villa. Those are the early kick-off matches. Manchester United hype, Ronaldo, ramai orang captain, termasuk diri aku sendiri. We thought Manchester gonna win. In the end, Aston Villa takes their chances. They keep clean sheet. House did score. Later, I think House did concede the penalty. Okay. handball. Then ada some graphing on the penalty who will take. In the end, Bruno Fernandes step up and blast it over. Martinez macam sokong ada main game lah. Dia kata, apa Bruno, bagilah dekat Ronaldo ambil. Apa ni? I saw that clip. So, but in the end, Ronaldo didn't take the penalty, which disappoint all his owner. He could have easily scored that goal. But then it's not meant to be. Aston Villa menang 1-0. No clean sheet to Manchester United. No points for Ronaldo. No points for other asset termasuk Greenwood. So in the end, House dapat 3 bonus point. Martinez keep clean sheet dapat 2 bonus point. And the rest dapat Mings, Lewis and Maguire 1 point. So what key takeaways we can take from here, Min?
I guess the biggest challenge is trying to figure out what to do with Ronaldo. Do we continue with him? Because has he really lost his penalty taking responsibility? Because
surely he takes. Do you think surely Ronaldo takes the next one? What do you think?
I don't know. It is a question. Will Bruno relinquish it to Ronaldo? Because for Portugal, Ronaldo takes the penalties. And if you want to be realistic about it, Ronaldo's free kicks are not that great compared to his penalties. So it's really tough. Of course, the obvious alternate, which is Lukaku, we're not sure whether or not he takes penalties yet either. But yeah, but it becomes a question now for those, especially if you're wildcarding and deciding, are you still keeping Ronaldo or you decide he's not.
Yep. So okay, that is the conundrum untuk Manchester. Yes.
Bruno continues to take penalties, but we don't know.
Yep. So that's one thing that we need to think. If I see most transferred out, you'll be surprised. So Ronaldo, the 5th most transferred out this week, and most likely is for Lukaku lah. Okay, we can see that later. Next one, Leeds lawan West Ham. Ramai hype pasal Leeds United, banyak sangat injury and so on. Rafinha in the end starts the game. He scored, okay, the first goal. West Ham banyak dapat peluang. If I saw that match, Antonio, Benrahma, Bowen, Fornals, okay, but Meslier did save some, made some good save, okay. In the end, West Ham did come back in second half. I think 2 goals, yeah. Antonio 1 goal and the other one I think own goal tak silap. Okay. And then Rafinha dapat 2 bonus point. Antonio yellow card still dapat 3 bonus point. Okay. Benrahma and Rice 1 point each. So I think Rafinha did sub out dalam 60-70 minutes, so maybe a concern, but I'm not too sure. But West Ham asset looks very good moving forward pun, despite the Europa League punya commitment. Min, what do you think?
I think West Ham are proving to be really strong, and I think for where Leeds are concerned, although they were quite resilient in their defense against West Ham, but I think their defense is still suspect, and it will not stop me picking players against them.
Yep. So I think whoever has West Ham asset like Benrahma, Antonio, even Cresswell, Kufal, I think is a keep. Okay man, let's go to next match. Watford lawan Newcastle. Okay, seperti yang kita tahu, ramai orang bawa masuk Ismail Sarr dalam game ni. He did not disappoint. Okay, especially macam aku yang bawa masuk. Walaupun Newcastle scored first, I think ramai juga bawa masuk ASM atau Saint Maximin. Macam you juga, he did continue his form, okay, involving into goals. Dia assisting Longstaff punya goal. Sarr did score, King did assist instead of Dennis, okay. So in the end, Sam Maximin dapat 3 bonus point, Sarr dapat 2 point and Longstaff dapat 1. Except Watford dengan Newcastle, especially Sarr and Sam Maximin is gonna continue the bandwagon. What do you think, Min?
Yeah, the problem now with Sarr is that his fixture list looks terrible. so
at least satu game lagi lah lawan Leeds after this kan.
Yeah, after this plays Leeds, so memang keep him for that one. But after that, then we don't know. And the problem with ASM is just that, obviously if if Newcastle does anything, it'll be through him. So he is such the main man for Newcastle, especially Wilson out. So it just makes it worse for Newcastle. But one thing I just wanted to make a point is that Newcastle's managed to, hold off Watford's attack, and in the end Watford only scored 1 goal, which is not what I expected. So I wonder. So it's tough because the fixtures list is a bit mixed, which is Wolves, Spurs, and Crystal Palace coming up. So it's not to say it's hard. Sorry, Spurs fans, but
I still feel Newcastle has mixed, tapi still good fixture. Wolves, Spurs is sometimes they might turn bad. Then Crystal Palace, maybe Chelsea. That is the only worst match. Brighton, Brentford, still okay to me.
Yeah. So that Wolves match is something to expect, but it's more about Wolves rather than Newcastle.
Yeah. So okay, good. Whoever on ASM I think can keep for now, especially this week lah, game week 7. Everton lawan Norwich, okay. I expect more scoring goals, okay. Tapi in the end Everton menang 2-0 saja. Townsend scored from penalty, okay. Allen assist, and then Dokore scored a wonderful goal, assist by Gray. Dokore end up 3 bonus point. Keane dapat 2 point and Townsend dapat 2 point juga. I think kau ada cakap Dokore could be a good differential. Aku suggest Townsend. In the end Dokore did also perform lah.
Yeah, I mean for Everton, we would expect them to perform. It's just now after this the fixtures look horrible. But they face Manchester United first, and after that, so we'll see. Yeah, but the good thing is that if you had picked these players, at least they're cheap, so they you won't feel too bad if they don't perform. So it's not too bad, and I think none of them were above 6. They were 5.5, 5.6.
Yes, correct.
And they were picked because people like DCL and Richarlison were injured. So yeah.
Yep.
But the main thing is about Norwich is that Norwich looks doomed.
Looks doomed, betul. 6 game, 6 loss, right?
Yes.
So macam nak pilih asset macam Puki semua macam a bit macam reluctant pula lah sebab Norwich did not perform kan. Kalau skor pun mungkin Puki, tapi you never know from Norwich. They look terrible. I mean, defending wise, attacking wise, they might produce some attacking football, but they are not really scoring lah. So that is a concern lah. I think macam kita boleh kata lah, Norwich could be one of the pasukan belasahan lah, people to target.
Yep, agreed.
So I just quickly run through tengok fixture untuk Everton, whether still bagus ke. Lepas ni lawan MU, and then home to West Ham, home to Watford, away to Wolves, then Spurs. Still okay lah for the next few matches, I think lah, if you have Everton aside. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, because Man U at Old Trafford is always a tough one. West Ham, their defense has proven to be a lot stronger than we both thought. So their form is really good at the moment. So I think their motivation, and they defeated Man U in the League Cup, for example. So I think it's going to be a tough one. Yeah, I mean, I think Everton do need Calvert-Lewin back.
Okay, maybe after international break, maybe they will be back. Maybe. Okay, let's go tengok apa match ada lagi. Leicester lawan Burnley. Kau terkejut ke Vardy scored 2 gol ni? Atau do you expect? Aku memang Vardy ni under radar pada aku lah. He did score 2 goals, 1 own goal. So 3 gol technically. Vardy dapat 3 bonus point, Tillman 2, Lukman 1. Anything to dissect here?
The main thing is their Leicester's defense. So I'm not sure whether or not, I don't know. It's tough with Leicester. You're not sure how the team. I mean,
if you have the money, would you bring in Vardy ke? If you have the choice.
The striker position is always is very, 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 very limited. So no, I probably wouldn't bring in Vardy just yet until I see some consistency.
Okay. Then kita go match Brentford lawan Liverpool. Ramai orang kata Liverpool could easily win this 2-0 atau 3-1. Percaya ke 3 sama? Aku macam tak percaya. Aku tertidur tengok game ni. Sebab aku penat. Tapi sebenarnya 3 sama, what a game. I think Brentford scored first, right? And then Liverpool scored 2 goals. Then Brentford scored again. In the end 3 sama. Salah scored, Jota scored. So what do you think this match?
I think Liverpool were taken by surprise, there's no doubt. And I think Brentford are a lot more stronger and more motivated than I think there was a bit of underestimation by Liverpool as well. But the key takeaway from this is just that we can't ignore Brentford assets. You got Mbeumo and Tony, and they both performing. They have no fear. You saw Tony go head to head with Virgil van Dijk without, he didn't tremble at all. He was full of confidence. And yeah, for Liverpool, although obviously they conceded 3 times, which is very rare. But they'll take the advice. They'll probably toughen up after. But for Brentford, it's great. It's good to see. I watched the whole match, and although as a Liverpool fan it was frustrating, but for as an FPL manager, those Brentford assets are definitely. If you still have people who still have Tony or Mbeumo, well done you, and keep them despite their horrible fixture list coming up. I think it's quite bad, but they've shown they can hold, and they're playing against Chelsea, West Ham. I don't think it's a problem. They can continue if they can at least return. Plus, they're cheap. They're not expensive, so no problem. Keep Brentford if you have them.
All right. Fair comment, Min. So then we go Southampton lawan Wolves. Okay, seperti yang biasalah kita akan tengok whether Wolves ni in the end Jimenez break his duck. He dapat goal this game. I think surprisingly lah, Traore dengan Trincao did not start. Huang and Foden start. So maybe it will raise some eyebrow untuk those owners lah ya. Kalau aku ada Traore, aku akan lemak apa dah jadi ni. Surely you risau what's moving forward. Sat assist this game. So credit to whoever have him. He got 3 bonus points some more. So I think Wolves asset looks good in terms of defense and Jimenez moving forward. What do you think? Although you did keluarkan Jimenez lah, right?
Yeah, I think one thing is that with Trincao and Traore, it is tough. I think there are people who had already bought in Trincao or Traore. Yeah, those who took on Jimenez were lucky, were great. But one thing about Jimenez goal is it came from a SAR forward long ball. So it does raise the question: is Wolves not creating enough chances, or without Trincao? So I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
Although those, obviously I saw Jimenez, so you could call me a bit sour grapes. But it, I mean, definitely worth looking at in terms of are Wolves going to continue with that same formation? Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough one. Okay. With Southampton, I thought they were a bit unlucky. They did. But again, they're not scoring enough goals, which is the main problem. They need to find some goal scoring in them.
So Southampton, ramai orang kata untuk bawa masuk macam Armstrong even kalau ada nak asset macam Ward-Prowse or whoever have Liverpool, maybe dia main first 11. Tapi dengan dia kalah 1-0 dengan Wolves ni, macam mungkin ada sedikit disruption lah. People need to think again whether Southampton asset ni good moving forward lah And then come back to Arsenal lawan Spurs. I think this is interesting match. Okay, kita tak tahu apa akan jadi. Kita tak tahu which Arsenal side will turn up. Okay, in the end Arsenal played so well. They are really hungry, attacking, and then Smith Rowe, Saka.
Okay, I just want to highlight an interesting stat that I read today. This is the only time. The only instance where this has happened, where a team that was at the top of the league in 1 week, whereas the other team was bottom, after 3 weeks later, the team at the bottom have overtaken the team that was previously up top, which is Spurs. So it's great for Arsenal in terms of their motivation. I think they're a lot more motivated now, and there's a nucleus of youth in the Arsenal squad. You've got Saka, you've got Smith Rowe, you've got Odegaard. They're all young. and Ben White at the back, and Tierney. So you've got that energy thing going, which there was a lot of complacency and frustration with Arsenal's previous teams. But now we're looking, even though they did still play Granit Xhaka, but there's some promise for Arsenal fans. And unfortunately, I can't say the same for Spurs. They look lackluster. They seem demotivated. So I don't know. Even though Son still did score, I don't know. I'm worried for Spurs really.
Okay. Kalau aku tengok quick glance dekat Arsenal punya fixture, there's still a lot of green. Lawan Brighton, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Leicester, Watford before Liverpool game week 12, then Newcastle. I think kalau macam ni, looks like people will bring in Saka and Smith Rowe coming in this week. Looks like
or
it.
Even Odegaard,
or even Odegaard.
Even in the defense, you got White or Tierney.
Yes, White. Tierney also looks good. So, and siapa Jepun ya? Tamiyosu. Tengok right back. So 4.5 still a good option.
Yeah. There you go.
So let's go last game, Crystal Palace lawan Brighton. You own Gallagher this game. He did assist. Zaha scored. Veltman assist. Siapa ada Veltman main first 11, good, dapat 7 points in total. Moped continue to score 1 goal. Okay. So in the end, do you think Moped we are undermine him? Should we pay more attention to him?
I don't know. I could argue that Brighton got lucky and more of those who were holding on, because Crystal Palace really just didn't try to score anymore. They just slowed down, tried to slow the game. Even the keeper fainted. I actually watched most of this match.
Okay.
Even their keeper, Gaita, pretended to have an injury, so he didn't, but he wasn't really injured. So you could argue, people said it was karma that he tried to time waste too much, and in the end, Brighton scored against them. But it was a good long ball, and Crystal Palace's defense just switched.
Yep. So I think.
But the other takeaway is that it's now the penalty taker for Crystal Palace with Milivojevic in the stand. Yeah. So I think Vieira wanted Zaha to take the penalties for some confidence.
Okay.
So Zaha has become more pick to think of as well.
Yes, I agree. Zaha could be still around 7 million bracket lah, I suppose. Yep. So it's still good price, okay, for selection. Brighton continue their form, tak kalah. Dia dapat seri in the end. Kalau dari segi league table, he's still in 6th place. So Brighton, good for Brighton fans. Yep. Okay, man. Let's go to a different topic. Okay, man.
Yep.
So aku just buat some research lah, okay, on Chelsea and Man City defense, okay. Just a quick glance, most clean sheets after game week 6, ya. Ada 6 games telah berlalu. Man City with the most clean sheets, 5 clean sheets. First game saja concede 1 gol lawan Spurs. Then the rest 5 clean sheets. Siapa ada Diaz, untung lah, okay, from the beginning, or Cancelo. Chelsea keep 4 clean sheets, and then the next is Liverpool dengan Spurs, only 3 clean sheets. If we can see in this season ticker, Chelsea punya game dah swing, fixture swing daripada game 7 until 14, kebanyakannya biru. Dan Man City lepas game lawan Liverpool pada minggu ini pun banyak biru yang kita boleh tengok dekat situ. So I just want to bring up, I believe FPL managers will be thinking to bring this defense in from Chelsea and Man City. Just a quick glance, total points, okay, dari segi defender, when we thought Trent is the number 1, he is not. Cancelo is with 44 points, okay, and then second Alonso, third Diaz, and then Pinnock, tengok Pinnock pun dah nombor 4, TAA nombor 5 dan Rudiger nombor 6. Okay, so those are the statistic that from here top 6 kita boleh tengok ada 4 asset, 2 asset Man City, 2 asset Chelsea. So definitely I feel we should pay attention moving forward to bring in them, to bring them in lah, yeah, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Chelsea, Manchester City defenders is that if people who are wildcarding are looking at doubling up on either Chelsea or Manchester City defenders. And it's a viable strategy because let's face it, Manchester City Chelsea matchups at the start of the season were not that easy, but they've managed to keep so many clean sheets regardless. So moving on, we've got some much more favorable matchups. So yeah, definitely worth investing.
Okay, so aku ada buat some research sikit untuk kita debate lah bersama. Aku bawa masuk option yang ada Chelsea dan Man City defend. Okay, untuk Man City aku letak 4 ya. These are the players with the most minutes ya. Mungkin kau tak setuju, this might not be the first 4 line up untuk setiap defense for Man City atau Chelsea, but this is based on minutes ya. Diaz, okay, dan juga Cancelo has the full minutes, 540 minutes ya, between them. Diaz at 6.1, Cancelo at 6.1. Both ada goal involvement, tapi Cancelo lebih 1. Then the next line we have Kyle Walker and Laporte at 5.5 million. Beza sikit minit sebab Laporte ada injured, but Laporte ada 1 goal involvement. Okay, so definitely from here we can see Diaz and Cancelo is high in the ranking lah in terms of minutes. For Chelsea defense, kita tengok dari segi minutes, we have Rudiger, the full minutes he played every single minute, ada 1 goal involvement. Alonso next at 536 minutes, ada 2 goal involvement, despite ramai orang kata thinking takut Chilwell coming in, but he doesn't play a lot of minutes yet. Alonso is. The next line will be Azpilicueta and also Christensen. Okay, and Azpi ada 1 goal involvement. Christensen at 5 million. So macam appetizing je for me untuk pick. So if let's say from this one we can see minutes Diaz, Cancelo, Alonso and Rudiger with the most minutes. Do you think these are the double up that we should think of, Min?
Okay, definitely the top line is definitely worth looking at. I would say if you want a wild card, you probably pick someone like Cancelo, Alonso and Rudiger. Also, although as you say, Alonso comes with that risk of being rotated with Chilwell. But between Cancelo and Diaz, I would still prefer Cancelo simply because of the goal threat. Yeah, because of course Diaz has been known to score goals, but Cancelo also assists as well, in playing in his position. So definitely, because 6.1 they're the same price, so between the two, I definitely go for Cancelo. Then Alonso, that risk is still there, but one player not here is James. So I'm not sure what his story is. Apparently
James macam you tahu lah, dia kena red card, lepas tu tak main 1 game and then injured the last game, so that's why he's not here lah.
Yeah, so obviously, one thing they say that he didn't start the other game wasn't because of anything, was because Tuchel thought that his mind was distracted because his house got robbed.
Betul.
Yeah, so that's off the pitch, of course. So but yeah, it'll be interesting to see because we've seen that Reece James was capable of scoring and assisting Lukaku when Lukaku came into Chelsea. So yeah, but definitely you probably look if you want to spend more on your defense, then get at least 3 from this bunch of players. Yeah.
So aku just nak tanya, I'm also surprised bila aku buat homework ni, Kyle Walker sebenarnya at 5.5 tau, and he looks nailed on right back. Maybe we should consider him also. He's not a bad player.
Yeah, the thing is with Walker is that previously the risk was he was rotating with Cancelo of all people, but then now Cancelo is moved to the left. Yeah, so theoretically Cancelo is more at risk from Zinchenko now. Yeah, but so Walker's solid, but he has, as you can see, he hasn't been involved in any goals. So you're looking at the price point. Even Laporte has been involved in a goal. Yeah, but less minutes, of course. Walker has been more nailed on. Yeah, but even he didn't play as well. Not sure why he did. There was one match he didn't start.
I think injured kot.
But yeah, he's not sexy enough, Walker, for me. So yeah.
Tapi aku rasa kalau kata you all tak cukup duit, I think Walker won't be a bad choice at 5.5 if you don't have the money.
If I wanted, I mean, if I had to choose between a Chelsea defender at 5 point plus, I would probably go off with the Chelsea defender instead. Yeah.
Okay.
And one thing to note with the Champions League is that they lost again. Manchester City lost to PSG. So I don't know how that impacts because we all know that Pep desperately wants to win the Champions League. So
All right.
I'm a bit worried about that risk. Whereas Chelsea, they won last year, so that's not so much an issue.
Okay. Okay, just to summarize, if you have to pick one Chelsea defender and one Man City defender, who will it be?
Alonso and Cancelo.
Oh, very sexy pick, all based on attacking. Okay, fair. All right.
Yes, correct.
Let's go to the next topic, which is ramai juga tertanya-tanya. Okay, kita tak sangka lah nak buat topik ni, tapi lepas Ronaldo blank last week dan ramai telah bawa Ronaldo keluar, okay, so kita nak just kupaskan what to do with Ronaldo. Okay, if let's say you are the type of manager already have 3 premium, Lukaku, Ronaldo and Salah, this is not an issue. But if let's say you're considering between a premium striker, would you be Ronaldo or Lukaku? Because they are lebih kurang macam same price point lah. Price Ronaldo 12.7 million, owned by 48.5%. Dia ada scored 21 point from I think 3 games so far. Lukaku ada lebih sikit dari segi game, dia dapat total 27 points, but owned by 34% and price dia 1 juta kurang daripada Ronaldo. And kalau kita tengok dekat season 3 dekat bawah tu, okay, untuk game week 7 onwards, Manchester dia akan macam lebih buruk lah, okay, dia lagi teruk lah daripada Chelsea. Manchester, especially game week 9, Liverpool dan Man City, Tottenham 10, Man City 11. Whereas Chelsea semua hijau, semua biru lah, I can consider, and we have plum game lawan Norwich dekat game week 9. So what do you think? Is it time to part away from Ronaldo, man?
Yeah, it might be because you know that penalty taking is the issue. So we'll wait and see. Probably best to wait and see what Ole says about that for future matches. The thing with Lukaku is that he hasn't scored either as well. I mean, last week he also blanked, although it was against Manchester City. But one thing we have to remember for Lukaku is that he has this reputation of being a flat track bully. So he tends to score against all the smaller sides, you know, and I think that will continue. So he scored against Arsenal, he scored against Villa, and I think, you know, he's got this all nice array of fixtures approaching him, and I think he will score. So with a price range 1 million cheaper than Ronaldo, I would definitely go for Lukaku if I had to choose between the two. Although Ronaldo can score, he has been, but it was troublesome and concerning to see how Manchester United were not able to break down Aston Villa last weekend. And of course that penalty thing is, you know, another story altogether. So I'm curious. They're involved in the Champions League tonight, so I'd like to see what happens there before I make a decision on Ronaldo. Because if Ronaldo gets annoyed, if he's frustrated, you know, then there's a problem. Yeah, Ole's not doing enough. Yeah, because at that price, you can invest elsewhere. Yeah, if he still doesn't perform again.
Yes. If you don't have any other issue in your team, and then you think you can do Ronaldo to Lukaku this week, by all means lah, because definitely you will captain Lukaku this week. I don't think you will captain other player like Salah because they're playing Man City this week. But if let's say you have other issue and you're not wild carding, there is still good reason lah, okay, that you can still keep him for the next 2 matches before deciding to move on lah, if you want. Okay, that what I feel lah. But I believe, man, if let's say we are wild carding this week, Lukaku is the one that we will bring in instead of Ronaldo. Betul tak?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's just it's worrying, and I think for Manchester United fans, I think they're worried as well. You know what's going on. You know, they having problems all over again after, you know, a nice intro of Ronaldo coming in. After that, now suddenly it's like, now what?
Yeah. So we will go who to captain later, okay? Because Ronaldo and Lukaku will be in the mix for captain pick this week, okay? So let's go to another topic, which is I believe, okay, people are considering to wildcard whether this week or next week. Ramai orang akan berfikir macam tu. Kalau aku tengok dekat dalam FPL punya website ni, lebih kurang 300,000 manager telah decide untuk activate wildcard. So maybe we just run through a bit in terms of wildcard 7 or 8 guide lah, things to consider. I think there are pro and cons juga nak decide game week 7 and 8 punya wildcarding lah. Whether first is whether you want to go 2 or 3 premiums lah. Okay, I think there is a clear things that we need to if you're wildcarding, you need to decide sama ada Lukaku, Ronaldo and Salah, or you just go Salah and one pick of Lukaku or Ronaldo. Also need to think of goalkeeper pairings lah. Okay, maybe this is not a big issue, tapi you still can decide if you have the money to have macam strategi Azmin lah. Dia ada pairings yang both playing, then you pilih yang mana sesuai pada minggu tersebut, or you pick one playing keeper saja and the other one is 4.0 punya keeper. Also we need to decide whether you want to stick with Trent Alexander-Arnold in or not lah. I think later mungkin kita dapat news kan, like TAA might miss this match or maybe might miss for the next 2-3 match, betul tak?
Yep.
So if that's the case, continue.
Yeah, with Trent is a question. We really have to wait for the news to see what happens.
Yeah, so if let's say Trent is out, lagi senang you nak buat keputusan. Also you need to think of the rest of the pairings of defender, like we explore dengan tadi. Chelsea and Man City asset should be in your thinking. Then you need to think of which mid-price asset 7.548. Tapi banyak enabler sekarang. I mean, you boleh play Sa, Gray, Ben Rama. So you have a lot of cheapies if you want to go like 3 premiums pun kalau if you want to decide that. Okay. So formation system, you nak pergi mana? 4 defender or you nak pergi 5 if you think that is the best way. But yang paling penting aku rasa to consider juga game week 7 dengan 8 ni ialah sebab ada international break. Itu yang aku a bit reserve lah kalau aku nak wildcard this week. Sebab after international break tiba-tiba banyak injury, dah kau spoil kalau dah wildcard this week. Betul tak? Kau setuju tak?
Yep. Betul. So memang you know if your team doesn't have too many fires to put out, then I think you really should hold off on the wild card. And one thing also that you know you have players like Sar and Mane who have to travel quite a distance coming back from whatever their international. I can't remember where they're playing, but it was the distance to travel is quite long. So these are the things that you need to take into account. With regard to the international break, not just this whole COVID-19 situation, but also players who are travelling far away.
Yeah. So another thing is game week 7 ni Man City lawan Liverpool. Tu pula kalau kita duk masukkan Man City asset lawan Liverpool pula ada macam tak menarik lah. Mungkin not so rewarding. That is why I'm reluctant also for this week. Do you agree with me, Min?
Okay, I've seen some wildcards out there where they actually buy Manchester City players and put them on the bench, and it's so viable now because you have players like from Brentford. Then we saw the Arsenal midfielders; they're all cheap. So technically speaking, it is actually possible to do that now. Then you add in a Livramento and a Ben White at the back, and think you're good to go. It makes it possible to do that.
Betul. Tapi kalau aku bawa masuk Man City asset, aku definitely play because you never know, it could be a 0-0 or Man City menang 1-0. So I would definitely put them in ahead of others if let's say I decide.
Yeah, agreed. I would even put in at least one Manchester City defender because the clean sheet is possible. Yeah, Liverpool's attack we don't have TAA, so I don't know how will that influence. Manchester City have beaten Chelsea last weekend, so it's possible. However frustrating it'll be for me, but I think they can keep it.
I think kalau decide nak bawa Cancelo masuk this week pun it's not bad lah if you want lah.
Yeah. So Cancelo, sorry, can I just start on Cancelo because he's playing at the side of TAA and TAA is not there. So yeah, I think there's some assets, there's some money to be made there.
Okay. So Azmin ada buat some wildcard draft if you're thinking this week, Min. So maybe you can walk through a bit on your picks.
This is the wildcard 7 draft team that I put up. I think remember previously. I also did one. So this one obviously is changed a bit based on current events. So Sa is still the main pick for the goalkeeper because and we've already seen him with that assist to Jimenez. Foster has now become first choice for Watford and at 4.0. Yeah, why not? Because you rather than put in a non-playing 4.0, put in Foster instead. Yeah. So most of the picks in my wildcard team was based on what we previously talked about, the Arsenal cheap players like Saka, Tierney, or in this case White, Livramento, of course. Then doubling up on the Chelsea defense is there, Rudiger, Alonso, and with Lukaku up top. So in this wildcard, I've dropped Ronaldo. So the Manchester City player who has started almost all the matches is Grealish, so he's in there as well. So then the Brentford players, Mbeumo and Tony, I decided to put in because I don't think matchups are a worry for them. And this is a case of where form triumphs over fixtures for this one.
Okay, fair. I kind of agree with you. If I want to make any, sebab TA punya news yang make it easier lah, okay. To be fair, I think I also agree with Saka and Grealish. It just for me, Grealish or Foden, if let's say I see he has potential, but I think Grealish is more nail on. Sa is great. Wolf have a good fixture running until game week 30 kalau tak silap. Okay. Sekejap just double check. Because tadi aku ada survey. We already know Wolf ada fixture until game week 14 pun bagus lagi match dia. Cuma Sa tu okay fair, tapi asset terkini Arsenal Ramsdale dah start main game instead of Leno, and he looks good. He make a lot of save lawan Spurs, so I think he can also be considered if you want 4.5 punya pairing. Say Ramsdale and Raya. If let's say Raya mungkin ada a few matches Brentford yang tak berapa bagus ni, then after that maybe you can change with him if let's say Ramsdale being drop out lah contoh. Okay. The other picks is I think kalau aku okay fair, kau suka Tony, aku rasa Jimenez can also be a consideration considering dia games, but we know Wolf ni macam kurang juga menyengat kan, so we are worried. Tony looks good for the past 2 weeks, so I won't deny that lah because he's in my team. Alright, okay, I think this is a good draft, man. Alright, kalau whoever thinking to draft to wildcard this week, this is not a bad baseline for you all to start off. Alright, man, kita walk through lah game week 7 fixture. Okay, kita tengok apa yang menarik minggu ni. Yang menarik Manchester start lagi. Manchester kick off early lagi lawan Everton. Okay, alright. Aku rasa kalau aku captain Ronaldo lagi, aku tak tahu apa jadi. Okay. Dan kita ada Burnley lawan Norwich. Okay, I think this is a good matchup, especially if you have Burnley asset. Kalau ada Chris Wood or maybe Ashley Barnes, Dwight McNeil and so on. Chelsea lawan Southampton, like we said, is favourable if you bring in Chelsea asset. If you have Lukaku, definitely you want to captain him. Leeds lawan Watford, also good match for both sebab dua-dua pun boleh capable of scoring. Wolf lawan Newcastle, okay, at 10 PM, okay. This good match. ASM and Jimenez on fire juga currently. Then we have Brighton lawan Arsenal. Pada aku ini interesting match sebab both are on form now. Crystal Palace lawan Leicester on Sunday 9 PM punya kick off. Spurs Villa and West Ham Brentford before we end the game before international break some more. Liverpool and Man City is the biggest match of the week. So which one you nak comment, Min?
Honestly, none of the fixtures are straightforward. Manchester United are not in form at the moment. Burnley versus Norwich, obviously Norwich is the bully boy, are going to be may be bullied, but I'm sure Norwich will still try to do something. And I can't find myself picking a Burnley asset at this stage. Chelsea versus Southampton. Obviously last week Chelsea lost and Southampton drew, and Southampton has been known to be able to frustrate the teams. Yeah, the Leeds Watford. Yes, I'm really worried for Leeds, really. So let's see what happens here. I think Watford will, Leeds are playing at home again. I'm sure they got demoralized after putting a fine effort against West Ham, ended up still losing. So Watford will see that and think they can do the same. Wolves versus Newcastle is going to be tight, probably 1-1. Brighton versus Arsenal. You're right. These are between two teams that are in relatively good form. Although Brighton are near the top, Arsenal have climbed up as well. So this one will be a tough one. It could end up with 0-0. Crystal Palace Leicester is interesting, because we want to see how both teams develop. Spurs, I don't know. You would think in any other day Spurs would whack Aston Villa, but Spurs look a shadow of themselves, whereas Aston Villa they won again, and this time against
aku tak
Manchester
terkejut lah
United.
kalau Villa menang lawan Spurs pun aku tak terkejut kot, sebab Villa pun macam good team kan.
Yeah. West Ham Brentford looks like it could be a goal scoring fiesta. Then they're followed by Liverpool Manchester City, which could end up becoming a 0-0 ball draw.
Okay, then kita go through our captain picks lah ya. From this match kita tengok siapakah yang bagus untuk kita captain this week. Alright, captain pick so far ramai vote Lukaku, very obvious, kita pun dah komen tadi. Okay, and then Ronaldo second, and then Antonio third sebab dia still on good form of scoring. Then Bruno and Salah tak favor sebab lawan Man City. So kita tengok Chelsea lawan Southampton, Manchester United lawan Everton, West Ham lawan Brentford. So who do you agree with these voters? Is Lukaku is the best captain pick for this week?
I think so. And dump Fernandes. Why does he keep appearing there? I don't know why he's there. Definitely Lukaku was hands down. Even though I mentioned that Southampton have had better defense recently, but his flat track bully status will show that he'll go out again to show why he's being called that. But I do want to point out a possible really dark horse captain pick, which is Sar.
Okay.
So playing Leeds, and he's already done it 2 weeks against the weak defenses, which is Newcastle and Norwich. So can he do it again this time against the last team with the poor defense, which we talked about, Leeds, Norwich, Newcastle. We've been talking about it in previous episodes. So now saw one last match before the fixtures for Watford get rubbish. So it's something. It's a dark horse pick, no doubt, but definitely someone to consider.
Okay, fair. If you don't have any like Lukaku, do you feel Ronaldo is a good pick?
I wouldn't, honestly. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't.
I mean, if I have him, I'll still have. I mean, if I keep him, I may not captain him. So I don't know. Okay, fair. So because of dia blank last week lah, that is why lah you're a bit reluctant. Well, it's not just him; it's the performance of Manchester United as a whole. The teamwork just isn't there. It seems they're trying the best too much to try to feed to Ronaldo, but then people like Greenwood who don't want to play to the script and try to score themselves, and then when Ronaldo is in a better position. So I don't know what's going on there. It's tough to see.
Fair. Manchester lawan siapa Champions League? Villarreal, is it?
Yep, correct. Villarreal tonight.
So at home, right? So kalau Ronaldo score goal dalam tu, mungkin we could change our thinking ah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know.
Okay,
but we'll see. Yeah.
All right, fair. Let's go to our team plan, transfer plan. Okay, your first, Min.
Okay, so obviously the two main issues I have is Shaw and TAA. So we are waiting news on Shaw, but TAA looks like he's definitely out. It is against City anyway. And I don't really have a bench. Gilmore didn't play last weekend, I think. So that means
Gilmore tak main dia? Alamak.
Yeah. Backman also I think he's injured right now, but then he was also Foster seems to have become first choice anyway. So although as much as I would like to change Ronaldo to Lukaku, I may have to do damage control in the defense side. Yeah.
So if let's say Ailing sihat, adakah you akan
which
keep?
also means I'm still keeping Mane instead of Salah, but it is against Manchester City. It is against Manchester City, so I don't think there'll be too much damage.
Yes.
So yeah.
Just thinking, kalau Ailing tu cleared untuk main, adakah you tak akan buat keluar TA? Would that be an option?
Yes, because I'd like to keep TAA, but I'm aware that when he comes back after injury, it takes a while for him to get back to top performance. So I don't know. Yeah, with Shaw, it's a case of, he was I think it was the highest fantasy pick at the start of the season, and he hasn't really returned enough to justify that. So I might keep TAA and sell Shaw, even though Shaw comes back. So we'll see.
Ooh, okay. Alright. So your first choice is keluarkan Shaw, is it?
Shaw, yep.
Shaw to who?
Either a Wolves defender or an Arsenal defender.
Not Chelsea defender.
Not at this stage. I might wait. Yeah. But again, Chelsea also have a Champions League match, so let's see.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Fair. That's all. Aku rasa okay. I think you just treat you have to put fire dekat defense first lah. You're not thinking wildcarding. You're not changing anything else. And currently captain at Ronaldo, will that stick?
I doubt it. It'll probably go to Sar or Antonio. It might go to Antonio.
Oh, you might go to Antonio. Okay, fair. Is your captain pun last week? Good to keep faith in him. I don't mind. All right. Okay, let's go my team. Min. So these are my team. We already know TA is almost out this weekend. Shaw, we are not sure, but comment daripada Ole, he might be ready this week. Rafinha ada yellow flag, he might be ready, he might not. So it's a concern. Yang lain semua macam okay. So I have 2 free transfer. I will use 1 transfer definitely this week. I'm planning not wildcarding, but hopefully tak banyak injury lah yang akan effect aku. First choice for me, Digny out. Dah lama aku nak cakap benda ni. Digny to Alonso. That is my first choice. But if let's say Shaw is confirmed out, tapi sekarang I need to think about TAA. If let's say TAA almost confirm memang out, Ailing tak sihat, so maybe TAA is the one that I need to take out first, because I need to play 3 defense. Livramento lawan Chelsea, I don't think so. So Digny, Shaw ataupun TA will be out for Alonso. I think that is the most I will do. The other one, I could do this. Defend keluar and then Ronaldo to Lukaku and captain him. What do you think, Min? Which option you?
I definitely think you should. Yeah, the Alonso move looks good to me. Probably for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Dini is still alright. Yeah.
Dini is still alright.
Yeah.
He's been franchising asset same like Shaw lah, I can tell you.
The Ronaldo Lukaku one is really, I have to make the call.
Yes. So if I can bring 1 transfer for after international break, I got 3 transfer, I will be gladly to do that. Okay, because international break we never know. So I want to get ready. But if let's say I'm thinking I want to wildcard game week 8, then I will definitely use these 2 transfer this week. But I'm not too sure whether I want to wildcard in game week 8 or not yet. So that is the thinking lah. So I will keep my option open. I'll definitely take out one of my defender, and maybe Ronaldo will stay, and most likely I captain him.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, all right. That's my plan. So we are about to wrap up our episode this week. Remember, our deadline will be at Saturday at 6 p.m, the normal one. This is the last game week before international break. So make sure kalau boleh before international kita nak perform lah. Kalau tak nanti bad week, then you akan ruin for the next 2 weeks lah, so called. If you like our content, do like our video and subscribe to our channel. Okay, and then you can engage us to our Twitter at FPL_Jedi or at Muhammad Hafiz Mo. Min, any last word, Min?
All the best. Yeah, I mean, for me, I probably wouldn't want to wildcard unless I really have too many fires. Otherwise, wait for the international. That's it.
Okay, thank you for all viewers who tune in to our show. Hopefully this have actually buatkan you prepare lah for game week 7. We wish you all the best, good luck, and may the force be with you.
Always.
Take care, bye bye.